Nature is the world around us that is not made by people. It includes trees, flowers, mountains, and animals. Spending time in nature is one of the best ways to relax. Many people find that walking in a park or a forest helps them feel peaceful and happy. When you go outside, you can use your senses to learn. You can see the green leaves, hear the birds singing, and smell the fresh air. This is a very simple way to practice your English too. You can name the things you see in your head as you walk. Simple benefits of being outside. Being in the sun gives your body vitamin D. This is a special vitamin that makes your bones strong. Also, walking on a trail is a great way to get exercise without going to a gym. It is free and you can do it at any time. Many doctors say that nature is good for your mind. If you feel stressed or worried, taking a short walk among trees can make you feel much better. The quiet sounds of the wind and the birds help your brain rest from the noise of the city. What to bring on a walk? If you plan to spend an hour or two outside, you should be prepared. You do not need much, but a few items will make your trip better. A bottle of water to stay hydrated. Comfortable shoes so your feet do not get tired. A light jacket if the wind is cold. Protecting the environment. When you visit a park or a forest, it is important to be kind to nature. This means you should not leave any trash behind. If you bring a snack, keep the paper in your bag until you find a trash can. We want to keep the outdoors clean for the animals and for other people who visit later. Common animals in the forest. When you walk quietly in the forest, you can see many different animals. These animals live in the trees, under the leaves, or near small streams of water. Most forest animals are shy and will run away if they hear a loud noise. The most common animal you might see is a squirrel. Squirrels have long, bushy tails and are very fast. They spend their day climbing trees and looking for nuts to eat. They are fun to watch because they jump from one branch to another without falling. Birds of the forest. If you look up into the sky or the high branches, you will see many birds. Each bird has a unique song. Some birds are very small and have bright colors like yellow or blue. Woodpeckers. These birds make a loud tapping sound on the trunks of trees. They do this to find insects to eat inside the wood. Owls. You usually only see owls at night. They have very large eyes and can see in the dark. They are very quiet when they fly. Larger animals. In some forests, there are larger animals like deer. Deer have long legs and can run very fast. They eat grass and leaves. If you see a deer, it will usually stand very still and look at you with big eyes before it jumps away into the bushes. You might also see a rabbit. Rabbits have long ears and move by hopping. They like to hide in tall grass where other animals cannot see them easily. It is important to remember that the forest is the home for these animals. When you are there, you are a guest. Keep your distance. Do not try to touch or catch the animals. This can make them feel very scared. Do not feed them. Human food like bread or chips is not healthy for forest animals. It can make them sick. Be quiet. If you talk softly, you have a better chance of seeing more animals because they will not be afraid of you. Seeing an animal in its natural home is a very special experience. It reminds us that we share the world with many other living things. Different types of trees and plants. When you enter a forest, you will see many different types of trees. Trees are like the lungs of the earth because they help make the air clean for us to breathe. There are two main groups of trees you should know: needle trees and leaf trees. The first group is conifers. These trees have thin green needles instead of flat leaves. They usually stay green all year, even in the cold winter. You might know them as Christmas trees. They grow small wooden balls called cones that hold their seeds. The second group is deciduous trees. These trees have wide, flat leaves. In the autumn, the leaves turn beautiful colors like red, orange, and yellow. Then, the leaves fall to the ground. In the spring, new green leaves grow back again. Plants on the forest floor. Not all plants in the forest are tall. If you look down at your feet, you will see many small plants that like the shade of the big trees. Moss. This looks like a soft, green carpet on rocks or the bark of trees. If you touch it, it feels like a sponge. Wildflowers. In the spring, you can find small flowers like daisies or violets. They add bright colors to the brown and green forest. If you see a tree that has been cut down, you can see its history. The flat top of the stump has many circles called tree rings. Each ring represents 1 year of the tree's life. If the ring is wide, it means the tree had a lot of water and sun that year. If the ring is very thin, it means the year was very dry and the tree grew slowly. By counting the rings, you can tell exactly how old the tree was. Why plants are important. Plants are the start of the food chain. They take energy from the sun to grow. Then, small insects eat the plants, and larger animals eat the insects. Without plants, the animals in the forest would not have any food to eat or places to hide. When you walk through the woods, try to see how many different leaf shapes you can find. Some are round, some are long, and some have edges like a saw. Each shape helps the plant live in its specific home. Walking in nature is fun, but you must always be careful. Sometimes a trail can be confusing and you might lose your way. If this happens, the most important thing is to stay calm. Your brain works better when you're not afraid. If you realize you do not know where you are, you should use the stop rule. This is a simple plan that experts use to stay safe. The stop rule. S stands for sit down. Stop walking immediately. If you keep walking while you're lost, you might get further away from the path. T stands for think. Try to remember the last landmark you saw. Did you pass a big rock or a specific bridge? O stands for observe. Look around you. Listen for the sound of cars or people. Look at the sun to see which direction you are facing. P stands for plan. Decide what to do next. If you have a phone and it has a signal, call for help. If not, stay where you are. Staying warm and dry. Nature can get cold very quickly when the sun goes down. To stay safe, you need to keep your body warm. If it starts to rain, try to find shelter. You can stand under thick tree branches or find a small cave in some rocks. You can also make a simple bed out of dry leaves. This keeps your body off the cold ground. Keeping your clothes dry is very important because wet clothes make your body lose heat very fast. Signal for help. If people are looking for you, you need to help them find you. There are simple ways to make yourself visible. Use a whistle. The sound of a whistle travels much further than a human voice. 3 short blasts on a whistle is a universal sign for help. Bright colors. If you have a bright jacket or a colorful bag, put it in an open area where a helicopter or a person on a hill can see it. Make a noise. You can bang 2 rocks together or hit a tree with a stick. These sounds do not happen naturally in the forest, so people will notice them. Finding water. Your body can go a long time without food, but it needs water. If you're lost for a long time, look for a stream. However, you should be careful. Water in the forest can have tiny germs that make you sick. It is always better to wait for help if you think someone will find you soon. Remember, most people who get lost are found very quickly. By staying in one place and keeping warm, you make it much easier for rescuers to find you. When you go for a walk in nature, you should carry a small bag with important tools. This bag is called a day pack. Even if you only plan to be outside for a short time, having these items will keep you comfortable and safe. It is better to have these things and not use them than to need them and not have them. The most important items. Water. This is the most important thing. Always bring more water than you think you will drink. If the weather is hot, your body loses water very quickly through sweat. Extra food. Bring snacks that give you quick energy. Nuts, dried fruit, and protein bars are great choices because they are light and do not go bad in the heat. A map and compass. Your phone battery might die, or you might lose your signal in mountains. A paper map and a simple compass are reliable tools that always work. Protection from the weather. The weather in nature can change in just a few minutes. You should be ready for sun, wind, and rain. Sun protection. Even on a cloudy day, the sun can burn your skin. Bring a hat and some sunscreen to protect your face and arms. An extra layer. A light jacket or a sweater is important. Even if it is warm when you start, it can get very cold if you stop moving or if the wind picks up. Rain gear. A simple plastic rain poncho takes up very little space in your bag, but can keep you dry during a sudden storm. Safety and first aid. Small accidents can happen, like a scratch from a branch or a blister on your foot. A small first aid kit is very helpful. It should have bandages, cleaning wipes, and some tape. You should also carry a small flashlight. If your walk takes longer than you expected and it gets dark, a flashlight will help you see the path and keep you from tripping over rocks or roots. A simple toolkit. A whistle. As mentioned before, this is the best way to call for help without losing your voice. A small knife. This can be used for many things like cutting a bandage or fixing a piece of equipment. A lighter or matches. In an emergency, fire provides heat and light. Keep these in a small plastic bag so they stay dry. By packing these items, you can relax and enjoy the beauty of the forest knowing that you are prepared for anything. The best seasons for nature trips. Every season changes the forest in a special way. Depending on what you like to see, some months are better for visiting parks than others. Understanding the seasons helps you prepare your clothes and your camera. Spring, a time for new life. Spring is many people's favorite time to visit a park. This is when the snow melts and the ground becomes soft and wet. Flowers. You will see many wildflowers waking up. They bring bright colors to the brown ground. Baby animals. Many animals have their babies in the spring. You might see small birds in nests or young deer following their mothers. Waterfalls. If a park has a waterfall, spring is the best time to see it. The melting snow makes the water flow very fast and loud. Summer. The season of sun. Summer is the most popular time for hiking because the days are very long. You have more hours of light to explore the trails. Green leaves. The trees are full of thick green leaves. This creates a lot of shade, which keeps you cool when you walk. High mountains. Summer is the only time you can safely visit very high mountains. In the winter, these places are covered in deep snow and are dangerous. Insects. You will see many butterflies and bees. Remember to bring bug spray so they do not bite your skin. Autumn, a world of color. In autumn, the air becomes crisp and cool. This is a very comfortable time for long walks because you do not get too hot. Changing colors. The leaves on deciduous trees change from green to gold, orange, and red. This makes the forest look like it is on fire. Harvest. You can find many seeds, nuts, and berries on the ground. Animals are very busy during this time, gathering food for the winter. Since school starts in autumn, the parks are usually much quieter than in the summer. Winter, the quiet season. Winter is a very peaceful time in nature. The forest feels very still and silent. Snow. If it snows, the forest looks like a white wonderland. You can see animal footprints in the snow very clearly. This helps you learn which animals were walking there before you. Short days. Remember that the sun goes down very early in winter. You must start your walk in the morning so you are back before it gets dark. Each season has its own beauty. If you visit the same park 4 times in 1 year, it will look like a completely different place every time.